Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. We got a very interesting pick here. We got Dismember and Snuff Out, I think are like the two that I would consider. Dark Confidant I like, but the Dismember Snuff Out are in a separate league. Um, I think Dismember takes the cake because it's colorless, but this costs 1 and this costs 0, and that is a dramatic difference. But Dismember being colorless, number one. And number two, there are some matchups where Snuff Out is dead. Like, you can't snuff out a Dark Confidant, but you can dismember it. So I like Dismember a little bit more, but they're both incredible cards, and I'm not like I'm happy to have either one. This being colorless though, I think really pushes it over the edge because we can play anything now. I like a green fetch. Green fetches tend to be very strong because green cares about fetches. You got Ren and 6, you got whatever the exploration plus Crucible of Worlds guy is called. So I like this. I've been very impressed with this card, and I think I've been overrating Pest Infestation fairly substantially. I think it's a really good card. There are some cards that are insane in my cube, and so I need to get over that mentality when I play Magic Online. That it's different here. The two of those were Pest Infestation and the red green Kavu. Both of those are like some of the best cards in my cube, but very different environment. So I think I'm going to try and work on not taking that card so highly, but it is really good. This is a third pick, the One Ring. That's pretty awesome. I do really like Delighted Halfling. Misty does not get Badlands or Scrubland. Ursine Monstrosity I think is also good, but we'll take the One Ring. This card is incredibly powerful. It does a lot of things. That is a fourth pick Atraxa. I don't like playing this card, but it is a fourth pick Atraxa. This is like of all the reanimate sneak targets out there, this is the best one. I probably wouldn't do like play any others. The only other reason why this is intriguing to me is I'm not in love with any of the other cards in the pack. Stern Scolding's okay. But like none of these. Stern Scolding's pretty good actually. Dismember One Ring, we have Misty as well to go blue-green. Alright, I'll take Stern Scolding. Not a huge Atraxa guy. We have Leovold and Questing Beast. Not in love with Urtai, although I think this card is better than I originally gave it credit for. Grist I like a lot. Grist I like quite a bit, but that's going into two colors we're not. This is like the best heavy hitter that doesn't require like playing a bunch of colors. Yeah, I'm not in love with this pack. I don't really know where it's taking us, but I think, Questing Beast is the highest upside. It does go Misty Rainforest. This is also pretty good. I'm gonna take the Beast. Okay, Inquisition, that's a good sign. Okay, this pack's much better for us. Inquisition, Seeker's Chariot is another 4. Don't necessarily love that. I think I'm gonna take Inquisition. I could also get Zagoth Triumph or Undercity Sewers for better mana. I do like Bright Glass Gearhulk, but you need a specific deck for it. We're gonna grab Inquisition. Right now, pretty glad I didn't take Atraxa. Like, you could take Through the Breach and Atraxa, and then you just have these two cards that don't do anything. We're not necessarily gonna play Stern Scolding. That was just the best card in an extraordinarily mediocre pack. There's a Loose Focus. I mean, that is a good counter spell. There's fairly late Rabbleman. Sorin, I don't love. I could take this and end up like kind of blue-black tempo. I'll take it. Okay. Freebooter I like a lot. Time Spiral is fun. I think that's about it. Freebooter, Inquisition, Loose Focus, Stern Scolding is a decent start. I'll take that. Dark Confidant. Oh, wait, whoa. Snuff Out Wield. Okay. I mean, one issue with blue decks is they don't have good interaction. Snuff Out's great. Creeping Tarpit's great. I think we're finding the open lane. Passing Snuff Out is a bit of a problem because it's so good. But in a deck like this, we also really want card advantage, like something you could play early, because if you have Snuff Out, like Stern Scolding, Lose Focus, we have all these reactive cards. This being free is nice. I think I'm going to take Dark Confidant, though. I don't know. That pick was pretty tough, and I could see that going either way. I like the Troll. That can help with our fixing. There's so many blue looters, it's kind of upsetting, actually. Like, why are there so many blue cards that loot? This one's interesting. You can kill with the One Ring. That's okay. And Gobin can transform into something a little scarier. This guy's not that bad because he attacks and stuff, but I think the troll, we're gonna want to like get mana fixing. Plagon's actually not bad. Recurring Nightmare is kind of cute with the troll. That's about it. I don't think Grave Titans is too expensive for the modern era. We'll take a Plagon. Nethergoyf is a good wheel. I like that. There's also a Blooming Marsh, but this is definitely a Nethergoyf deck. I will take an Urtai. I'm not in love with the card, but sometimes you just need the thing. Brightglass Gearhulk is so beautiful, but not today. The decks I've played it in, I've been really happy with. It seems like it's just a fairly narrow card, but when you get a deck that supports Brightglass, which is really, you just need to have good mana, it's awesome. I've been very happy with it. Okay. I like Deathrite, Wasteland, Counterspell. Shieldred's Edict's okay. Deathrite's good with Plagon. I don't know. Counterspell's fine. It's hard on the mana. So I might just want to take a Wasteland here and wheel the Deathrite, if that's possible. I think I'm always going to play this. Wasteland Dark Confidant is just a good combo. You, like, stop. I can't think of the word. You stop their mana, and then they're a little bit behind, and then you draw some cards of Dark Confidant. Your Stern Scoldings, Lose Focus get better. I'm going to take the Wasteland here. It's a Jite. That is a good Jite. Pyrogoyf is insane, and there's a starting town. Right now I have Nethergoyf, Confidant, Freebooter. Technically, Plagon can work with Jite. I do like Remand as well. I'm going to take... There's also starting town. My mana is very suspicious. I'm going to take Remand. Sorry, Pyrogoyf. Probably not Questing Beast. That's our... What is this button? Uh-oh. Once you click this, it never goes away. Okay, there we go. This actually could be a Force of Will deck. I actually have blue cards. Pretty rare for me to get there, but I like this. Cryptic Command, I might play. I wonder if people watched my video and have stopped drafting blue, and now blue's kind of open, and then I'm just gonna move into blue. It's the strategy. Wow, blue is wide open. This will be pretty interesting to see how how this draft goes. Wait, what the heck? Okay, they definitely didn't watch my video. What are people drafting? If blue is this open, Fourth Lingus is going 4th pick? Whew. I mean, I'm nowhere in the colors to take this, but this is kind of concerning to me because, like, what are people drafting then? I'm going to take Sink into Stupor. I love this card. Uro is also kind of interesting in this deck. I have a Misty, but my mana is already terrible. I'll take Sink. This card's great because it doesn't require much commitment. It's a land. And then if you need to make it do something, you can. It's great. I love Nissa, but we're going to take Darkslick Shores. Our first actual piece of mana fixing, because right now Troll of Casa Doom doesn't get our colors. So we'll see what happens with that. We need, like, pressure. This deck has about as much counter magic as I want. I would like one more removal spell, one more discard spell, and then just pressure. I would play Daze as well. Daze would be good if I can get the mana for it, because you just, like, it's free. It's hard to have too many free counter spells. Ugh. I mean, Liliana is technically pressure. Kind of hate Spellseeker in this deck. It's just really expensive for not a lot. Like, you could play Spellseeker, tutor up a thing, play the thing. It's like you got a 5 mana lose focus. Or I could just play Liliana. Yeah, alright. Not in love with the way this draft is going. Although this pack, wow. Glorybringer. I think Ledger Shredder is pretty tempting. Curtains is okay. I do have a few turn 1 plays. I think Ledger Shredder is the strongest. I'll take it. I've just never been a big fan of Concealing Curtains. Also, upping your blue count for Force, kind of useful. The One Ring makes this deck very good as well. A little bit more defensive, or like, it gives you, if you're in a mirror match, or a game that's kind of stalled, you can just pull so far ahead in card advantage. Ugh, these packs have been awful. This is what drafting blue feels like. every time you're like, I don't want any of this. Card I'm most likely to play is probably Legion. I'm not playing any of these. Like, actually none. I guess White of the Reliquary is the one I'm most likely to play. Probably not playing it. Tidebinder, I mean, it attacks for damage. This is also removal. I'll take Tidebinder even though I'm not in love with it. At least attacks for damage. Dude, Adeline going that late. Harvester is removal and a board wipe. Tidebinder, unfortunately, not good with Plagon. I'll take Harvester. The fact that this is uncounterable also helps a little bit. Iteration versus Cecil. Or Kolaghan's Command. I mean, I have a blood. I'm gonna take a K command here. That seems great. Wow. Uro wheels. So does Dothi Voidwalker. I think we're gonna take Voidwalker. Literally, what is happening in this draft? Like, what are people taking? I don't know. Someone's just taking like all the fixing, I guess. Like, what is happening here? Like, maybe the packs are just bad because I'm wheeling the cards I want to wheel. Other cards that are wheeling are insane, but there's no like clear signals of what colors are open. It's very strange. Mox Pearl helps a lot. It's good with Freebooter, Ledger Shredder, Confidant, Counter Magic. But I have to pass 2 fetches and a Deep Cavern Bat to get there. I think I do still take it though. This deck is really expensive. A Mox helps quite a bit. Steam Vents. Misty can get colors we already have. I like Emperor of Bones. Emperor of Bones pretty good with discard, kill stuff. Like you just exile their graveyard is great. It's graveyard hate. It is card advantage. I think this card is insane. Steam Vents right now still doesn't help with our mana. I'll take Emperor of Bones. Costing 2 as well is very good. Lorien Revealed still doesn't get mana. I love Gut. Smuggler's Copter. This could be a good Copter deck. I don't want more counter magic. Lorien Revealed, again, doesn't currently fix our mana. I think this is a really good card, but we already have this. That doesn't help us. If I get Underground Mortuary, it lets Misty Rainforest get blue-black. It lets Troll get green that we don't need. If I take Smuggler's Copter, our deck is just good. We'll take the card that makes our deck good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I probably just have to take this. Let's see what... Oh, Caustic Bronco, though. I have to take this. We have Troll plus a fetch. We need to, like, make sure we get at least one on-color duel. Then we get a Grief. I do like a Grief. Grief, really good with Emperor of Bones. You can exile it, discard their hand, Emperor of Bones, exile Grief, adapt it, Grief their hand again. It's kind of like Grief Reanimate. So I like this. I like Preordain as well. But I think Grief is better. Like I said, I wanted one more discard spell, and this kind of gets us there. Lutri is okay. Overlord is pretty good with something like Emperor of Bones. Just kind of fills our graveyard so we can do stuff. Still no fixing. Like, this deck wants way more fixing than we currently have. One of the weirdest drafts ever. How many playables do I have? This is 7. This is not a playable. This is a land. So that's 8. So I have 22 playables. Do I want Overlord or just a Lutri that'll play maybe once? Honestly, a Lutri that'll play maybe once. It's free. Shieldred's great. I like a Shieldred. Chromox helps this deck quite a bit, but very few cards just close games out like a Shieldred does. We're just not getting any fixing. That's just what the draft is going to be. Unfortunate. If you control an island or a mountain. If this was the other way around, I might take it. Mach-D is actually kind of good. I like Mach-D. Spirebluff Canal. This is the weirdest draft ever. Spirebluff Canal gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources for a K command. Our mana's already sketchy. Like, we can fix for colors we don't even need. I don't think I want another miscalc. Alright, take Spirebluff, I guess. I don't know. Am I just playing Talon Gates? It's like kind of bad because we want like early mana. But this deck does... It's a little bit reactive, so we do hold up mana sometimes. It doesn't really help us cast... Let's see, this goes here, this goes here. I'm not really playing anything else. I'll take it, I guess. But yeah, the lack of mana in this deck is very upsetting. Probably will play Cut Down. Oh, okay. Probably don't need to run Cake. Like, this is the weirdest draft in the history of drafts. What? Literally, what is happening? Preordained wheels, Caustic Bronco wheels. Every single good card is wheeling, and we're just not like someone must like. What is happening? Ugh. We found the open lane, I think, but someone was like maybe on just take every land stipulation, or they just weren't opened. Really, really weird. I'm very happy that we took Rafine's tower as highly as we did because we we're not getting any mana otherwise. Um, okay, I think we're gonna cut Liliana. I know it's sad. She's hard to cast. If I cut Liliana, most of my cards are single black. I could even sideboard a Voidwalker, and then it's like Shieldred at 4. This is a 0. These two are single black most of the time, and that makes my mana easier. So I like that. Plagon, we have Shieldred, Freebooter. We got Curtains too. It's like fine. It does draw a card on its own. So if you just have one other thing, it's fine, but it does attack for 3. It is a 3 mana 3/3 that draws a card. I don't hate it. Makti has flying. Makti can stop a lot of stuff from happening. Force of Will is free. Probably will play the Curtains because this hole for our 3-drop slot. I think Plagon's better than Spellseeker because this thing at least attacks. You know what I mean? Like Spellseeker draws a specific card, we don't really care. This draws a random card, but it's a 3/3 for the most part. So I like that. Do I like Urtai? Because I could easily cut Urtai, and then this is a fairly clean 16 land deck. The flexibility of this card is nice. We do have Shieldred as well, so we can make them lose 2 life. But I think overall, I mean, this deck is pretty low to the ground. I think I cut Urtai. I really want to run the Voidwalker. I probably will against anyone doing graveyard stuff, but I just don't have the mana for it. So our only double black card is Shieldred on turn 4. Actually, that's kind of nice. I don't have any double blue. I might have to run Urtai for Force of Will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little sketchy. Copter's good. Emperor, Confidant, I mean, all of this is really nice. Makti's blue. Oh, you know what? I can run blue-black to help me cast Makti. 16 land with a curve this low feels totally fine. Let's do it. I almost want to cut this card. I'm getting lower and lower on the One Ring the more I play it, just because it's slow. Oh, we have Wasteland. This has got to be a 17 land deck with a Wasteland. Or we cut Wasteland. Honestly, I think we cut Wasteland because our mana is going to be just as bad as our opponents. Like, does Blood Crypt do anything? No. Honestly, yeah, we cut Wasteland. In an ideal world, you have enough fixing where this doesn't matter, but we have horrendous fixing. So we live with what we can get. 5/5. That feels like maybe too much black. Let's add this and see what it looks like. Why is this 13 lands? 13, 14, 15, 16. Sort by color. Okay, that's a lot of black sources. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do this. Part of me wants to add another land still, but my curve is so low. But I do have, like, I can just cast these on 5. It's not that bad. I'm leaning towards cutting Makti and then just siding her in aggressive matchups. But there's so many cards that she just stops. I think for now I'm going to cut Plagon for a land. That is dropping my blue count. Okay, we're cutting Makti for a land. That's final. Go in here. Adding an island. So we have so much black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. This is horrible. This is really bad. But I think it's okay. There's a couple more over here too. Alright, we're gonna run it like that. See you all round 1. Okay, playing against Astro Bake. I will keep this hand. I don't love it. This not having an untapped dual to fetch with this is the worst thing ever. But I think I just have to get a basic swamp here. This is kind of how it goes, isn't it? Go ahead, because I really want to kite sail freeboot on turn 2 against a menacing swamp over there. Here comes Inquisition. Thoughtseize. Okay, we definitely have to do this. I kind of want to force them just to take the freebooter. If I draw any blue card, yeah, we're just gonna get a swamp. It not entering untapped is rough. I mean, I could go tap land Nethergoyf, but if I get tapped land, then they can see that I got a tapped land, and then they take my free Nethergoyf. I kind of want to force them to take this, and then I can run Copter Nethergoyf in the next 2 turns, and any blue card I draw is still useful for Force of Will. Yeah, they take the freebooter. You're gonna reanimate my troll. Okay. Opponent says you too. I told him good luck, have fun. I'm trying to get better at that. It's very nice. We draw the island. Don't want to tell them about that. Let's just play the Copter. Can't be killed by black most likely. I think black got enchantment destruction recently. Oh, someone just said something. Just wanted to say fan of your content, especially Pauper. Oh, thank you. Knight's Whisper. Okay, so let's draw like a mana leak. I wish I wish I could like sneak a Shieldred into play. Enters tap unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Let's go Shores, Nethergoyf, Crew, attack. We don't know what their deck does quite yet. I will discard another island here. Fortunately, cannot cast Force of Will, so we're just holding up fake counter magic right now. Just play like a Shieldred. Play something I can dismember. That would be great. Liliana is not something I can dismember, unfortunately. But they probably Edict, and then they lose to the Copter. Yeah. Nethergoyf goes away. Okay, draw blue card. Cut down is not it. Let's go Island, Shieldred. Yeah, this is why I rate Force of Will so low, is like, I never have enough blue cards to make it actually do the thing that it should do. Let me kill Liliana or just attack them. Honestly, I don't really care about Liliana. This puts them down to 10. It takes Reanimate off the table. Let's just attack them. Blue card. The One Ring's pretty good. I'm gonna discard Cut Down. They fall to 10, they fall to 8. In their upkeep, they Infernal Grasp, lose 2 life. Ugh, Force of Will here will be so good. It's okay, we're gonna get there, I believe. Soul Ring's pretty good. Chandra would love to Force of Will this. They hit Mountain, sure. They're at 8 life. They definitely uptick. I'm gonna ditch... Ugh, this is hard. I'll ditch a Dismember, I guess. Tide Binder. Okay, we'll play the One Ring. They have 1 card in hand. Draw a card, draw land. Turn Scolding. Okay, actually that's kind of nice. Yeah, these draws have been real rough. That's okay. They have a bunch of mana. We will Force of Will the Glurbringer, if they have that. Fiery Confluence. So, this is indestructible. So it's just gonna kill my Copter. They have no cards in hand, so if I Force of Will, I'm losing all of my cards. I think I'm gonna let this resolve. They hit Emperor of Bones. I don't have Stern Scolding, but I might have to force this. That can send a hasty Shieldred at me right now. Yeah. We're just gonna end with no cards in hand. So, not killing Liliana really came back to hurt me. But I do have an active One Ring at 19 life. This ultimating is a problem, though. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Let's draw 2. Sink into Stupor is pretty good. Overlord's a 5/5. Chandra deals 4. They can just kill it with Liliana. Let's go Island. Play Overlord. I can get back a Shieldred. Shieldred plus the One Ring is kind of nuts. Hard for their deck to deal with. Let's get back a Shieldred. Then we're going to play a Nethergoyf here. Exiling, let's see, land, artifact, instant, creature. I don't want them reanimating my troll. Still have a 4/5. We're gonna keep sync so that I can discard it to Liliana. They hit FOMO. That's okay. Pretty good actually if they have an empty hand. That was the wrong order. Whoops. Oh yeah, because they wanted to like play the thing uptick Liliana. Chandra's they play a Rabble Master. That's fine. We get to block it, and then they uptick. We discard Sink into Stupor. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty good for me. Relatively new to MTGO, so that doesn't help as well. Yeah. Okay, we take one. Whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to any target. I can kill Shieldred. Okay. So... If I'm playing Shieldred, I have two options. I can play Shieldred and activate one ring to gain 6 life. If they just emblem Chandra, they would have to top deck a spell in this spot for it to be good. But if they do top deck a spell, they kill Shieldred, they're at 6 life. I'm pretty much just dead. I can sink into Stupor Chandra and play Nethergoyf. Then Nethergoyf's gonna be pretty small. I think we're gonna just play Shieldred here and draw and gain life. Pretty bad draws overall. Then we go Island. At least I have some amount of counter magic up, but they have so much mana, there's like 0 chance this works. I need them to not draw a spell this turn, which is unlikely. Okay, they drew a spell. They drew a good spell. Shieldred down. Robber the Rich resolves. Probably dead here, but I have a couple cards that can just clean all this up. Harvester, I guess, is in my graveyard. Let's discard Rafine's Tower. So they get to take a card from my deck as well. And they're just going to play it and kill me. Yeah. I don't know if I had better options. Like, if they just don't hit a spell here, I win. I think it's worth playing to that. But I definitely could have bounced Chandra, made another Goyf. Okay. We are dying very quickly. Down to 8, Concealing Curtains. What do you got for us, deck? Caustic Bronco, Plagon. Yeah, this deck's like too sturdily. We're not beating a Chandra emblem. Well, we can keep playing. There's no reason not to. Let's go Curtains. Plagon. Draw a card, draw 2 cards. Inquisition doesn't help. We can go Swamp. I can sink into Stupor. Or I can go Caustic Bronco, just give me another blocker / attacker. I need them to somehow miss on 2 attacks. I could also play Nethergoyf, kind of bigger than Caustic Bronco. Yeah, because those have to attack. If they whiff, there's a chance. Getting rid of land, creature, sorcery, instant. Go ahead. So any spell, I'm dead, but we'll see. They drew a land, so they have to hit a spell off of Robber. They Edict right away. Oddly enough, I guess Plagon is the least important. They get a Goblin. I might still be dead. We'll see. Currently taking 3. No! Oh! Yeah, I can't kill that guy. Alright, we die. If it was not a spell, we're kind of in business. I transform this, hit him for 3. We have a shot, but GG's. Death to Chandra emblem is not on my bucket list today. I think that made sense to go for. Okay, so they're an aggressive deck. Mark D's okay against the Rabble Man, not the best. This kills Planeswalkers, probably should be in the deck for that reason. Yeah, counter magic is just bad. I'm just gonna cut loose focus. Stern Scolding Remand I'm okay with, but I definitely played that wrong as well. I could have won that game, I think, playing differently. But it's hard to say, right? Because I played for certain outs and those didn't happen. I could have played more conservatively, maybe. Let's play Companion Lutri. I mean, I'll keep this. Do I just Grief turn 1? I don't need another land. Overlord can get back Grief. And I have the One Ring to recoup the card advantage. I think I do just Grief turn 1. They also mulligan, which makes it more enticing. Knight's Whisper, Blood Tithe Harvester, Death Greeter's Champion. So, if I take the champion... Harvester and a champion is kind of scary. If I take the champion, they go Harvester and don't have that much. If I take Knight's Whisper, then their card advantage is pretty low. I don't currently have a way to deal with that. I will have not the One Ring active at that time. I wish my hand showed me more. I think I'm going to take this. Make them play it a little slow. Stern Scolding would also be kind of sick. So Death Grieve's Champion's gone. I know what they drew. They kept on top. Don't like that. Shieldred's excellent. Let's do this. Overlord. At this point, I just want a Nethergoyf. It's pretty big. And Overlord eventually will be big. So they have Blood Tithe, Knight's Whisper, 2 unknown. Pick of Greet, make me cry. Okay, Blood Tithe, 3/2. They played Mountain, Blood Tithe. Okay, we draw Swamp. Not the best draw in the world, but it does let us land Shieldred and or the One Ring next turn. We'll see which one we want to play first. But I think that last game was lost because I didn't attack Liliana with my Copter. I think that was like the deciding feature. They discard Mountain, they play a Swamp. No attacks? Great. Ledger Shredder's pretty good. Let's go Swamp the One Ring. Just get that down. Maybe I was supposed to attack first. Draw. Force of Will is very nice. I think I was supposed to attack first. We'll see. This goes down. So now I have Force of Will to protect Shieldred against One Ring stuff. That's pretty nice. You can Knight's Whisper. I guess maybe that's a reason to play Shieldred. This becomes like uncastable. Void Walker. Am I okay with this? I think so. They can get Force of Will with Void Walker, but I could just draw a removal spell for it. I have quite a few. We lose a life. Remand. Okay. Shieldred. Draw a bunch. No lands. No lands is very unfortunate for me. We do have Shieldred out, though. This is coming down next turn. What do you got for us? Okay, they Blood Tithe Harvester. 2/3 Shieldred. 3 damage to each creature. Invoke Fury. We will counter this. What am I countering? Am I taking Remand or Ledger Shredder? Remand is kind of good against Stealthy Voidwalker because they can just like counter anything, but I think Ledger Shredder just pressures them more. Let's just take that. So they lost 2 other creatures in that exchange. I take 3. This comes up. Tidebinder is incredible. Oh my gosh. Alright. Draw some cards. Gain some life. Let's go Ledger Shredder. Inquisition. Connive. Draw Sink into Stupor. Gain some life. Let's... kind of like Dark Confidant in this spot. I like everything in this spot. Preordain's good. Tidebinder's good. Discard a... if they kill the One Ring, let's discard Preordain. I don't think I need that. Give me what you got. K-Command, Robber of the Rich. I think Kolaghan's Command can get back Fury, which is kind of their only shot here. Let's take that out of there. Then let's go Island. Dark Confidant. Well, I guess I attacked them. I will admit having Remand up here would be kind of nice. They fall to 9, I will play Dark Confidant. We have a 5/5. They go to 7. They go to 5. Shieldred is so messed up. Alright, that was a pretty dominant board state. Fury is something to keep in mind. I don't think... is Fury a 3/2 or 3/3? I don't know if Stirstone counters that. On the draw... I'm wondering if I want one more counterspell on the draw. Probably not. Probably not. Emperor of Bones, Freebooter. I mean, they do have some bigger, more expensive stuff. Maybe I do want to lose focus here. Kind of weird to bring it in on the draw, not on the play. I mean, I have Harvester of Misery. I have Cut Down. Maybe I need more removal in this deck. I have Dismember. I think I'm going to bring in Lose Focus and cut the Tidebinder because 3 mana is a lot. The One Ring is a hell of a magic card. Yeah, it's just dumb. Alright, Lutri Companion. Gotta remember that's there. I'm actually going to pop this out. Stern Scolding makes me feel much better. Keep this hand for sure. I mean, we... poor, sorry, opponent. It's another One Ring Shieldred time. Okay, and they don't get to do anything, so we have Stern Scolding up. Yeah. This is going to be pretty good, I think. Yeah. Counter that. And that's why Stern Scolding is like one of my favorite blue counter spells, because it's one of the only cards that can do specifically that interaction. Where you, on turn 1, counter 2-drop. Force Spike is better, I think. What, K-Command? Ugh. Okay, Liliana's fine. Can't kill Copter. What do I want to discard? Island. They discard Knight's Whisper. Wow, down to 2. Cut down. Really want to discard that cut down. Creature? Concealing Curtains cannot crew the Copter. What alliteration was that? Put these on the bottom. Dark Confidant, so good here. Crew. Let's attack Liliana. Not making that mistake again. Loot. I'll keep the land. I can discard Shieldred and just jam the One Ring. Fiery Confluence, uptick. Chandra, you got it. They hit a swamp, so I take 2. They uptick Liliana. I think, unfortunately, we gotta discard. Well, they're not killing the Copter. And I have Dark Confidant. This is nuts. They're going down to 0 cards in hand. If I slam Shieldred, I can attack Liliana with the Confidant and hit Chandra with the Copter. Yeah, let's discard the One Ring here. I'll discard it for you. Discarding the One Ring here feels unhinged. Dark Confidant, do the thing. That is like the most damage I could have taken, but it's fine. We could go Shieldred. Crew. Attack. Attack Liliana. Attack Chandra. Let's loot. I think Freebooter is actually kind of bad against an opponent with no cards in hand. They hit... Inferno Grasp can kill Shieldred. That's pretty good. They're still going to die to the Copter, though, unless they can deal with everything else. Land? Bruh, why are we hitting all of these? Alright, let's go Swamp, Overlord. Yes. Get back Shieldred. Crew. Let's attack Chandra with... Honestly, with both. They're gonna die so quickly. If they have a removal spell here, do this. Nethergoyf is gonna be great next turn. I'm gonna ditch a Swamp. Basically, if they have a removal spell to save Chandra here, it's kind of bad, because then they get to downtick and kill something. I just want her gone. Fiery Confluence does 6 to me. Yeah, it's pretty good. I get all my stuff back. They're kind of just dying here. Lose focus. Let's go... What can I get back here? Shieldred. Attack with Overlord. Let's grab... I think at this point, I just want an Emperor of Bones. Although I can hit another land drop. Let's just grab Emperor of Bones. Play this guy. Go ahead. They go to 9. Inti, you're dead. GG's. I definitely scuffed the first match, but we made up for it in rounds 2 and 3. Although, I mean, just the One Ring plus Shieldred is... It's dumb. It's really dumb. See you next round. Hey, I'm sorry for the short interruption, but I just wanted to take the time to mention that I spent about 3 years designing my ideal card game, which is Algomancy. So if you like the way that I play the game, talk about the game, or view synergies, and you think that type of gameplay is something you could be interested in, maybe check out Algomancy. It solves the problem of first player advantage, solves the problem of Mana Screwer and Flood, and there's no expensive cards. It's just a self-contained, cube-like experience. You can cube draft with your friends. The other thing that it does really cool is you can cube draft 1v1. You don't need to get up to 8 people. And you can actually draft live in the game as well. So it's a really, really fun game that's based on just strategy instead of like getting lucky, hoping to draw the right cards. It really allows you to make cool plays and win on those cool and interesting plays and synergies. So if you're interested at all, go to algomancy.io, give it a check. Otherwise, just keep enjoying the videos. Okay, we're playing against Dakuz. Let's do this. Tell your opponent good luck, have fun. Oh, this hand is great. Do we hold up Stern Scolding or do we play Nethergoyf turn 1? That's a good question. I think it depends a lot on what we see from them. Let's keep this. Nethergoyf turn 1 is not the best opener because it's going to be an 0-1. We don't have a fetch. It dies to every burn spell in the world. So it's almost a card you want to wait until you do like Overlord, because then you'll have a couple cards in your graveyard. So then it's like a 3-4 and then they can't shock it. They mulled to 5. Okay. That inclines me. They're playing blue. What do I want to do against blue? Okay. I'll hold up Stern Scolding. I don't love it, but it's what we're doing. Worth. So absolutely worth. Down to 3. Now, Overlord versus Dark Confidant. I think I like Dark Confidant. Ooh. I like Caustic Bronco more than a Confidant. They're both basically the same card. In many cases, but there's a lot of 1 toughness creatures that can't, like, this can't be blocked by, whereas Confidant, you can't really attack into, like, if they made a third passed token. Things like that. Metamorphose. Oh man, they had a 6 start going. Stern Scolding. The only good blue counterspell. No, Force Spike, again, Force Spike is basically just a better Stern Scolding 90% of the time. In this format, in this environment, blah blah blah. They gonna like Time Spiral? Doomsday. Okay. Fair enough. Fresh hand. That would have been disastrous for me. Still could be. They're playing Storm. So I can't quite Concealing Curtains. The amount of alliteration that's been happening lately is pretty impressive. They have LED. I could just die to Storm here. Storm count is 6. Tendrils me for a couple. Holy cow. There is a lady carrying the most bags I've ever seen. Like grocery bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're like 10 full garbage bag sized grocery bags and she's carrying all of them. That's amazing. Okay, so my deck goes down to 9 cards. And I have a Caustic Bronco, which, you know, that can kill me pretty fast. I think I just play Nethergoyf. It's going to be huge. 9 cards. I think they have 4 cards in hand. That was their best they could do. They might be able to, like, retrace a Brain Freeze, but I don't think... None of my counter magic really stops that from happening anyway. So... I don't think it matters too much. Definitely not playing Overlord. Yep, I think Nethergoyf is going to do the most damage here. Play Nethergoyf. We're going to exile land, artifact. There are a couple instants here. There's a lot of creatures. Definitely don't want to play Plagon. 5/6. And I will then saddle you. Just putting as much pressure in play as I can. Attack. What do we got? Swamp. It's not what I wanted to see. But if they're like completely whiffed, this could work. I don't think I can ever play this card. It's going to mill me for way too much. Oh, it is a 5/5. I'm going to discard it. Actually, Swamp's not bad. I did want lands. This is a 6/7 now due to enchantment. That's another reason to discard this. What do you got for me? There's no Past in Flames. They could Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, and that definitely kills me. I can definitely kill them before I run out of cards, though. Quantum Riddler with Warp. They can crack LED in response to get the double draw. Yeah, Witherbloom. Okay, so they're playing that. This is just combo soup. I love it. The nice thing is they can't block with this. Because it warps away and they'd have to recast it next turn. It is a lot of cards, but I'm going to play Shieldred most likely. Or hold up Sink into Stupor. I'm not sure which is better. Sink into Stupor doesn't beat Underworld Breach because they have LED. so there's not a lot of point in that. They lost life. Fiery Confluence, wow. Okay, this goes away. Or Fire Covenant, whatever that card is. Okay, I think it's just gotta be Shieldred. There's a Force of Will in my deck somewhere. Shieldred seems like the hardest for them to deal with. Even if they cast their blocker, it's gonna do a damage to them. They're gonna go to 5 and then down to 3. And then I can, if they just play a blocker, sink into stupor, kill them. If they're trying to dig for answers, kills them. Seems better, because I could go Nethergoyf plus something else. That's kind of annoying. That makes multiple blockers. Yeah, I was going to say, I could do Nethergoyf plus Stern Scolding, although... Draw a card. They have one card in hand. So... I can Ledger Shredder to bounce the Iconoclast. If they have a spell in response, though, I'm kind of just dead. And I don't like that. Let me play an island here. We're going to attack. They go to 3 on their turn. Yeah, I will let this happen. Yeah, because they definitely have a spell here. Hole Breacher. So I can Stern Scolding this. They play this pre-combat, so I can actually sink into stupor this and just kill them. Sick. Okay, Storm. Hole Breacher, Iconoclast, blah, blah, blah. We want... What do we want in this matchup? We don't want to, like, over-dilute our deck. Like, Voidwalker could be good, but it's not amazing. Maybe my deck is just predisposed for Storm. Wasteland could be pretty good, but it's like... my mana is bad too, but their mana is quite bad. Wasteland is cheaper than some stuff. Tidebinder can stop the Storm trigger. Plagon's pretty bad. I'll cut a Plagon out of Wasteland. That way, I don't get short on mana, and we can deny them their mana. Do I want, like, Liliana because she's just constantly decreasing their hand size? Probably not, because she's kind of just bad against Time Twister. Like, you can discard their hand all you want, but they can just top deck a Time Twister. And she doesn't kill them. That's the most important thing. This hand is pretty bad. This hand is even worse. Holy cow. What is going on? They do have Time Twister. I'm mulliganing this hand. It doesn't do anything. The thing is, like, this isn't a matchup of attrition. It's just a race. It's a tempo race. So, like, maybe I should cut the one ring because it doesn't... Actually, yeah, I should cut the one ring. It does nothing in this matchup. Let's mulligan. This hand is the best out of all of them. Keep. I want Shieldred. Man, this mulligan sucks. Ditch Harvester. I need both my lands. I can Force of Will. I think I'm just going to hold Force of Will for like the mid to late game. And Stern Scolding. Maybe I'm supposed to keep Stern Scolding, but I'm not going to play it until turn 3 after they've already Hole Breachered me. So I think I'd rather just have Force of Will. That's a nice draw. We'll play off tempo here. Strix, Consult, Metamorphose, Petal. I think I want to take Baleful Strix because that blocks Shieldred. And it's like their best play next turn. Go. They go Island. I would probably just run out Metamorphose, but we'll see. Alright, untapped land, let's go. Yeah. Oh, but that's my blue... I need to hold Force of Will here. I don't care about most of the cards in their hand, but if they draw like Time Twister, Hole Breacher, that kind of thing, I do start to care. So at least having Force of Will, next turn I play Freebooter, and then if I draw lands I hit Shieldred is pretty good. They draw Island, so they're kind of waiting to kick Consult the Star Charts. They might be able to go Lotus Petal and then kick it, but then it's just a bad divination. Or, it's a fine divination, it's not that good. Metamorphosed. You got it. Green, black. Wither Bloom Apprentice. So we're going to let this resolve, because I don't care about that. I can take their Consult the Star Charts, they'll have Lotus Petal and one unknown, and then I have Force of Will for the combo. Grief, also pretty good. Let's start here. Hopefully I don't have to Grief, but we'll see. Take Consult. So they have Lotus Petal plus Swamp. What's better? Holding up Force of Will, or playing Sink into Stupor so I can play an untapped land Shieldred. I think it's better to play this as a land here. They could draw they could draw the combo, whatever, but their hand is completely empty right now. I'm going to dig for my chance. Any untapped land, which is every land in my deck now, except a Darkslick Shores, works. They draw Quantum Riddler with one card in hand. Regret, but Shieldred's good against this in general. Like I'm preventing this in the future, right? If I Force of Will this, they're top decking again. They're top decking again. Like at some point they can draw a card that's going to put them in a good spot. And I need to have Shieldred in play as soon as possible to prevent that from happening. Like you can play reactively. We could have countered Quantum Riddler, but then we only have 2 lands. If we're not doing anything this turn, my opponent could just top deck Time Twister, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. I did get max punished by their draws, but still, I think if we untap, draw an untapped land and play Shieldred, we're in an okay spot. Now I regret it. I could put Lutrine in my hand. I still stand by that play. Like, I'm not doing anything here. I can grief them. They have 1 card, though. I don't think that's worth it. Let's pass. Yeah, we mulled the 5, put a land on the bottom, kind of best way to describe it. I probably do Force of Will the thing this turn. Quantum Riddler. Yeah. And again, untapped land. They get a clue. I take 2. Untapped land. There we go. Shieldred. It's not the best card in the world, but it certainly makes a lot of stuff they're trying to do hard. Attack here. They have 1 card in hand. They can crack clues, flip Tameo, but they're going to take a lot of damage doing it. I'm not going to grief them, because their best turn last turn was Quantum Riddler trying to draw more. LED for 2 mana. I don't know why you tap 2 mana then play an LED. Expressive Iteration. That's that's a good draw. Again, you cannot stop the top of your opponent's deck. You can only stop what they're playing. If we had Force of Will the Quantum Riddler there, I mean, we saw what they drew, right? They'd have a Tameo, they'd have Expressive Iteration, they'd have all this stuff, and we would still not have a Shieldred in play. Now, I might die to Witherbloom Apprentice, but you definitely don't counter this card. Jack Faden. Okay. Jack's currently bad on this board. It doesn't steal any artifacts, loses them for life, but it does dig them through their deck and transform Tameo. Collective Brutality, killing this dude. And then they can play Consult the Star Charts right now. Okay, I get to like hardcast Grief and just take that from them. That's the last card in their hand. They get a clue. That's fine. The only thing that's annoying is this does gain them life. Do you transform your Tameo at the cost of 4 life? You do not. You draw a Swamp. So they have no cards in hand. Well, they're gonna have no cards in hand at the end of this. They can transform Tameo. Let me attack them with Shieldred. And we just gotta hope to dodge for 1 turn. No removal makes this a little bit sketchy, but it's 1 card out of 24. Not the most likely. Let's go Swamp. 3/4 for Grief. And we are just set up to kill them next turn. With Concealing Curtains as well. That's why I always say, put a clock in play and figure it out from there. What did you draw? You just top deck Chain of Smog? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, they just target themselves a bunch. Alright. Sometimes Magic is very frustrating. But the thing you gotta remember, like, nobody has better luck than anybody else. It might feel like it in any given matchup. But sometimes you hit the top decks that you need. And your opponent's not always going to hit the top decks that they need. So just remember that. I think I'm okay as it is. Let's run it. Oh, no. I don't want the One Ring. Urtai, run it. I don't want the One Ring. Go first. Lutri. I hope it got rid of the One Ring. This hand is so unfortunate, but we're going to keep it anyway. If we had untapped black sources, completely different game. But we still got to keep here. But anyway, yeah, that's my mantra. Like, yes, they hit Chain of Smog that game. And they hit like 5 insane top decks back to back, like the Quantum Riddler drawing cards, so I had to force will it the next time, all those cards. But that's just not gonna happen every single game. We also mulled the 5, but maybe this game we top deck a swamp turn 2. Oh my gosh, how beautiful that would be. Upkeep. Like, I could get max greedy here, and I could... Do I play Mox Pearl? I don't think they showed any discard, but if they do discard, I'm in trouble. So I'm just going to play it, kind of bluff counterspell here. I think it's more likely they have discard than a way to kill this. They also mulligan to 6. They have a Mox. Yeah, sometimes they just get really lucky, and you just can't... Oh yeah, them going turn 1 Time Twister is also a reason to play this. I don't know if Wasteland was the right pick, but I would be happy to draw a Wasteland in this spot, so... I mean, I'd prefer a swamp, but at least it's a land instead of a creature. What is happening here? The Exile Cabal Ritual. This is definitely just going to be like a Time Twister for 3. Dude, your opening hands are insane. If I had counter magic, you just lose. Oh, they didn't crack LED. Okay, I'm going to fetch my duel here, because I don't want to draw it, and I want to maximize my chances of redrawing a land. Can't play anything else. They have a ton of mana, active LED. Now they could crack LED that I've like fetched Rafine's Tower. But if I had one of my 3-4 counterspells here, I just win on the spot. Whoa. No, my hand's so bad. I could put Lutri in my hand. They played Tameo. Maybe it was a mistake to crack the tower. Because I did redraw Misty and it is bad in my hand. But if I... Maybe it was a mistake. They use all their mana. But it did get them to, like, lose mana here. I don't know if that's good. Urtai. Definitely better than the One Ring in this spot. Holy cow. I can play Inquisition. I have blue card for Force of Will, so I think that's the play. Beating Tameo is going to be hard. They redrew LED. Wow, it's just all card draw. I need to find Shieldred so bad. I'm going to take Iteration. Next turn I can play Grief. They play Wooded Foothills. Attack with Tameo. This card is a bit of a nightmare right now. I can kill it with Urtai. It's pretty bad. Okay. They don't do anything. They're going to play Consult the Star Charts. Probably Shieldred's excellent. So let's just jam Shieldred and hold up Force of Will. See? That's exactly the same spot, right? I needed something. I top decked the card that I needed, just like they did the last game. And it, you know, it sucks for them. Just like it sucks for me. Maybe theirs was more timely. You know, you got to get your complaint equity out of it and then move on. I will let them consult the star charts. This is just a draw 2. That's literally all it does. They only have 2 lands. Go ahead. I'm not going to grief because I want to grief next turn and then hold up counter magic. Star charts is down. They have LED Swamp Island. There's only turn 3 because their turn 1 was like so much mana. It's crazy. I'm on the play with the Mox and I feel behind because their turn 1 was so ridiculous. Tameo attacks. Gets a clue. Okay. Okay, you got an LED. It tells me they're going for something here. They could go clue, crack, pop LED, activate Tameo targeting Time Twister, and like do 600 damage to themselves. Quantum Riddler. They're just casting it. And they didn't pop LED, because they can pop it with Quantum Riddler on the stack. I think I Force of Will this. I don't want them having something that can kill my Shieldred on blocks. Dark Confidant. So now I get to go Misty. I can't play Grief and Confidant. Let's just play this. Discard a card from their hand. Brain Freeze, Echo of Aeon's Manamorphose. Let's take Manamorphose. Or to just take Brain Freeze, it makes them Storm comboing me much harder. Echo of Aeons, they just die. Manamorphose is draw, but they have 3 clues. They could do something crazy like Brain Freeze, Manamorphose, flip Tameo, Brain Freeze as a way to kill. So I think I take Brain Freeze. Attack you for 4. They go to 11. So they have Lion's Eye Diamond. They drew a Mox. They have so much power, dude. I'm so glad I took Brain Freeze here. Holy cow, that's a lot of power. I mean, actually, it's not that good for them. They're going to flip Tamio. Gonna be hard for them to hit enough storm count. Because they're gonna be out of mana as well. They should Manamorphose, I think. I'm just jealous of all this 0 mana artifact situation. So they attack, get a clue. Or if they're blocking, chumping with Tamio, that's even better for me. That's very good news. 28, how does that divide by 3? I'm just deciding if I want to fetch with Misty. I think no, it seems like their only win con's Brain Freeze. Oh, Loose Focus is great here. Go Island. Let's just attack and hold up Loose Focus now. I know their hand is Echo Van's Manamorphose in a land somewhere. They chump, they go to 6. Yeah, I should be able to win with Loose Focus. Countering whatever. Full Breacher. That stops me from drawing cards. They can also block with it. So they drew that off the thing. So their hand is Echo Manamorphose. I don't think I care about Full Breacher. It doesn't... I mean, they can like play something and draw, but if I draw, they die. So Full Breacher is acceptable, I think. They could Time Twister into Thassa's Tidebinder. I'm just trying to think what they could... I'm just going to counter the Time Twister, the Echo. Then you Metamorphose. Crack the clue. Okay, so they literally cannot draw a card. They're just dead to... You know, they go to 2 on their upkeep. They drew a land as one of them. They cannot play Metamorphose or Echo, so the last card in hand has to be something good. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, this is disastrous. I can counter... Man, they're top decks. Let's fetch. Because they can bounce Shieldred and then LED Echo, and I just lose. I can counter unless they pay 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then they don't have mana for anything. Yeah. Cast with Replicate, targeting you. Replicate twice, because I only have that much blue. One more blue and this would be completely safe. Same targets. Same targets. So they have to pay 6 to keep Jace around, which they can do. They'll have 1 mana left. They can bounce Shieldred and have 1 mana, but I know their hand exactly is Echo Van's Manamorphose. And it's not permanent, it just bounces the Shieldred and then I replay it and they die. So I believe this is game, I think. The only other option is if they have a Tidebinder in their deck or a Stifle, they can like they can Echo of Aeons and then untap, and with all the Shieldred triggers on the stack, Tidebinder it. No, that only counters 1 trigger, I think. They crack LED, have no cards in hand, you have 1 mana left. Yeah, so anyway, the thing I was talking about, how they top deck, like, Jace is an insane top deck, so is Shieldred, so was Chain of Smog. That's just how Magic works, and on average, top decks will even out, even though they feel really bad in the moment. Oh, I respect them going out like this. They could draw Stifle. I don't know if that's in the cube, but okay. See you in the finals. Oh right, we're playing against Hype Ryan. Top one, good luck, have fun. Let's go first. Lutri Companion has mattered, actually, because I got to use it to Force of Will. This hand is awesome. We will keep this. Turn 1, Stern Scolding your Birds of Paradise. No, turn 1, Stern Scolding your Black Lotus Urza. that's what I want. And we're going to play around Wasteland by playing Basic Island. If they have Strip Mine, I'd rather they strip this. Don't have any double black cards turn 2. Once Upon a Time. That means Stern Scolding could be likely to have a hit here. Death Greeter's Champion. Okay, that is actually a good card to keep in mind. But I'm going to counter this instead. Holy cow. That would have been pretty disastrous. Mox Pearl. Let's go Darkslick Shores. Smuggler's Copter can kill what am I doing here? I want a Bronco because I don't have enough black to double spell next turn if I play the Copter here. But if I play Bronco, next turn I can go Copter Emperor. And that's pretty good. And I could go Emperor gets in the Copter, Copter saddles the Bronco. More realistically, they probably just kill it. Yeah, no worries. They have Death Greeter's Champion. I have Force of Will. Go Island, Pearl, Copter, Emperor. Do I have anything that cares about the graveyard? Because I guess we'll wait. I definitely do. Let's get rid of... trying to think what they could have. The guy who attacks and casts spells from the graveyard. I'll get rid of this for that reason. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay, they have the mana. They could play Death Greeters. Kind of like to see that played on its own, even though it becomes a 3-powered double striker. Swamp. So we're gonna... if I play Swamp, I can hold up Force of Will. But I think Crew and Copter just makes more sense here. Crew. Attack with the Copter. Let's exile... I don't want to Caustic Bronco here, so let's just hit your Lumberjack. Loot. The One Ring's pretty good. I will play that. Play this. Protection, draw. We hit a blue card. Hey. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we just trade off as much as possible. Counter Minsc and Boo here. Carry Zev. She makes a bunch of creatures and stuff. She's a 1/3. It's for some damage. I don't necessarily really want to, like, Force of Will this. Because I'm only drawing 2 cards. Remand is also pretty good. I think I just let her resolve. Takes no damage. Draw a card, lose a life. Dismember, great. Let's draw. Okay. All good. Let's put the troll in the graveyard. Get a swamp. Play the swamp. I can send a big troll at them, but I think I know what I gotta do. Harvester of Misery. Hit this guy. Move to begin combat. Or do I just hold up Remand? I mean, I have Force of Will, and this hits for like 1,000,000 damage. Let me crew here. Actually, this does more damage, doesn't it? I'm going to send Death Greeter's Champion at them. And yeah, this does more damage. Because they both have double strike. So we're going to do this. This card's insane. Turn off auto yields. Activate you. Do this. Death Greeter's Champion. Back up here. This will give me just an Orcish Lumberjack. Orcish Lumberjack can crew the Copter. Now we're talking. Let's go. That's so insane. Discard an island. That's such an insane play. This card is broken. Who designed this? Why does it do all of this? What the heck, man? It's fun. I mean, that line was really fun to find. They chump, they take 7. I have Force of Will at the ready. And I get to keep the 5/5 Emperor of Bones. I get to keep it. These go away. Okay, you will be countered. Yeah, I would concede as well. I almost wanted to just let that happen because I have Dismember, but nah, make them scared of the Force. So they're just playing good tempo. Part of me is wondering if I want a Wasteland on the draw to like trade off value. Plagon does draw some cards. They have Lumberjack. Yeah, we want a Wasteland. You could catch them like getting a bit greedy with mana. Or they play turn 1 Lumberjack Taiga and you like Wasteland the Taiga and then they can Lumberjack and then you counter remand what they play. It also just, it's a way for us to interact for less mana. If you think about it, Wasteland is kind of just like a 1 mana spell that trades lands for lands. It's basically like 1 mana spell, sacrifice a land, destroy it. I mean, you know what Wasteland does. Play this. No blue, but we can get a really slow blue, and I have a removal spell, so I'll keep. This not entering untapped is like the most disgusting thing ever. I think you gotta just kill this dude. Can't let that happen. If I had like a counter spell like Daze Force of Will, I probably would let it happen, but they could just play Minsc and Boo turn 2. Probably gonna Dark Confidant on turn 2. Arena of Glory, okay. And they're hasting out Plunderer. Take 2. They don't have anything for next turn, most likely. Swamp. I'm at 14. This has Menace, so I can't block it yet. I think we're gonna go... I actually can't go Netherglyph and Troll because I don't have mana. Because that would be the ideal situation. I play Netherglyph and the tapped land, but I can't do that. So we're gonna play Dark Confidant here. I'm at 14. The Dismember definitely hurt me. We get a treasure token. That's a nice gift. 3 mana. What do you got for me? I can't block. I would block if I could, actually. Take 2. Don't hit anything crazy. Not the best. Definitely not the best. Let's go Island, Ledger Shredder, Netherglyph, Connive. Whenever this creature attacks, it's going to do 2 damage to me, put me to 4. I can double block with these. I need a blue card for Force of Will. At this point, I could discard the Troll. Yeah, that makes Netherglyph easier to make bigger later. It also grows the Ledger Shredder outside of bolt range. And I guess I need to kill them very quickly. I can hold back Dark Confidant to block. I guess that's the play. But they could just hold back Generous Plunder until I get enough artifacts where they can kill me. That would be kind of rough. Because I would take 2 when they attack and go to 4. But I can block with Confidant Ledger Shredder. Yeah, hitting Force of Will there was pretty rough. I think they just don't attack. Okay. Take that, go to 4. Yeah, we gotta trade off Dark Confidant, unfortunately. Yeah. I guess they could not assign damage to him. Yeah, pretty clever. So I could immediately die. I have a couple 4s. Carry Zev. We don't care about her. Alright, Dark Confidant, don't kill me. Down to 2. Caustic Bronco. Grief. Okay. Let's go. Swamp. Grief. See what you got. Lothari goes away. They have no cards in hand. I just have to Caustic Bronco here. Like, we gotta kill them yesterday. Stern Scolding. We can't Misty. Ragavan, he's a 2/1 red monkey creature token. He does not have Menace. So this hits them for 5. This hits them for 7. If I attack with Dark Confidant, because I need 2 blockers to kill Carry Zev. I think I just attack like this. Alright, we need to hit a land with Dark Confidant, and I think I might be able to kill them. They draw Mana Vault, we don't care. Alright, deck. Come on, attack! You have to attack. Alright, Dark Confidant, I believe. Hey, we did it! Oh my gosh. This is the dream. Okay. We're gonna go hold control, cast Mox Pearl, lose focus the Mox Pearl. This lets me connive. We want to draw a blue card, if possible. Okay. What does this look like? Am I killing them right now? I'm gonna saddle the Bronco, I think, or keep it back to block. Unless they have to chump, right? This is gonna be the biggest thing. It's gaining instant artifact. It's gonna have 5 power. So they block this. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they block this, they take 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I don't think we're killing them. So we're going to discard a swamp. Oh! I was supposed to discard Stern Scolding and then put Lutri in hand for Force of Will. That's an extra power on Ledger Shredder. Not going to pay. 4, 5. Let's go Island. Okay. Saddling Caustic Bronco. I don't know how much that helps. It takes a lot of attackers, I think. Attack for 4, 5, 6, 7. And then next turn I absolutely have lethal. Yeah. I gotta survive another Dark Confidant. We'll see. I could have saddled Caustic Bronco and hit them with the top card instead of me. there's like a chance I could kill, but I think it's like 50% chance Dark Confidant doesn't kill me. I have a lot of ones, so we'll see. I also have Stern Scolding, so I don't necessarily have to Force of Will, because I could take a 1 cost here. Force of Willing, then it gets much harder for this to not kill me. Pyrogoyf. Well, gotta counter that. Down to 1, I believe. Come on, deck. No! Oh well. Yeah, okay. I don't know if we wanted Dismember. It took a lot of damage. On the play, I think Plague on over Wasteland kind of makes sense. Ah, one more Dark Confidant, man. Actually, no, we'll keep Wasteland. I think getting mana screwed would be pretty rough. Go first. Lutri Companion. Keep this. I will turn 1 Nethergoyf because there's no point in holding up Dismember when I don't know what they're doing. Mountain Kellen. Gains. Okay. You may play that card this turn. You can play lands. Ooh. Bronco, you say. I think I want to Overlord so that my Nethergoyf gets bigger and I can block Kellen. Also starts taking this down. I'm going to take Tidebinder. 3-4. I'm going to wait. I have much better, or I damage myself a lot. Trading 3 for 2 is not necessarily a good idea. They know about the Tidebinder as well, so I got to keep that in mind. It will not be a surprise. And I've got to pop this out. We can't forget about our friend. City of Traders, double strike. Oh, Fable, okay. Unfortunately, Tidebinder doesn't work on enchantments for some reason. Kind of rough. We get a swamp. Let's go Caustic Bronco and pass. Fable's gonna be annoying, but Overlord is kind of like a Fable. It's gonna become a 5/5 eventually. And they have City of Traders, right? So their mana situation's a little awkward. I almost want to dismember the Goblin Shaman, but I kind of want to let them, you know, get into combat and see what that brings. They are missing green. Okay, they discarded 2 lands. I don't think it makes sense to kill the Goblin Shaman at the moment. They have Mana Vault. You got a lot of mana. We will dismember an Othari if you have it. Pyrogoyf does 1 Broadside Bombardiers. That is a good one to dismember. They sacrificed this. We're going to let them fetch with Vista. Do I let them play more cards? Or do I just kill the Bombardiers right now? I can't think of a single card in Magic that they would play that I wouldn't just kill here. But we can move to pre-combat. Invigorate, I guess, would destroy me. That is fair. Just a mountain, though. I think just more info is good. If it's gut and broadside, like, I'm dead. I can't really beat that. They chain lightning the Bronco. Okay, we are going to, I guess, just dismember in response. Kill this. Black. Because they can't really attack, which is the beautiful part. Bronco dead, can't pay to copy it. Somehow our dude is still only a 3/4. Okay, they used a lot of resources on that. Let's go Swamp. Hold up Tidebinder, and I can cycle the tower if I need to. This thing coming down sooner and sooner is really good for me, because they don't have that much mana now. They're down to 2 cards. They discarded a bunch of lands. This is scary, but Tidebinder does deal with that to some effect. I'm kind of surprised they... I guess I could just get back Nethergoyf if they killed it. I was going to say Chain Lightning. Like Caustic Bronco, I'm not likely to attack with it. I will let them attack with the Goblin Shaman, I think. Honestly, Kellen can become this. I think I'm just going to Tidebinder this. You don't get any mana. Because I don't want them drawing off Kellen, and I'm just going to kill this thing. That way Reflection has no good targets. Kellen doesn't have mana to level up. Because I think the play that they made was... Oh, Unholy Heat. Okay. So they keep the Goblin Shaman around. I see. That play makes sense now. But now Nethergoyf, they're going to copy the Goblin Shaman. Rebooter. Let's go land Cycle Rafine's Tower. 1, 2, 3. Force of Will. Ah, that would be so good if I had one more. Freebooter's gonna show Athari here. Oh, yes, let's go, dude. Wow, that would have been devastating. Go ahead. They can copy Goblin Shaman. Wow, that guy's gonna come down next turn and they can't kill it. And then next turn, what did you draw? Carry Zev doesn't do it. Okay, we're in business. We have Force of Will. They can get a treasure token. But I have Force of Will, and I'm going to get a 5/5. Concealing Curtains. Yeah. Curtains. Put this in my hand. And I'm going to get a 5/5. I have Force of Will. They do not have enough double blocks here. Right, let me see this. At the beginning of your end step, remove a time counter from it. Whenever this permanent enters attacked, it isn't a creature until the last is removed. So I'm going to have a 5/5 next turn. So, yeah, I think I just attack here. This, they can block 3 damage, but not 4. I have Force of Will ready for anything they draw. Ending the game sooner before Reflection of Kiki-Jiki can do some stuff makes sense. And I have a 5/5 and an 0/4 on defense. And they're taking damage off this. Lutri plus Force of Will, best friends. I gotta keep that in mind. You can play Force of Will as the only blue card if you have Lutri Companion. That's odd. Like, what would happen if you're playing mono red and you just go Force of Will Lutri? Like, does that work? I don't know. They have no cards in hand. Let's play Mox. Let's transform this. 1, 2, 3. And then we attack them here, here, and here. Because I have Force of Will. Yeah. Let's grab Tidebinder. So now if they try and Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, I can counter it. I think they wanted to copy before that happened. Ooh, I think we're doing it. They copy, we're gonna Tidebinder this. Counter this. That loses all abilities. I have Force of Will for whatever else they have. I don't know why I didn't attack with the Freebooter. They take 7. Go to 5, go to 4. Force of Will, I think, just ends it. Firebolt him. No. Wait. We'll allow that. Because they can attack and get a clue anyway. And then kill it. I'm going to allow it. I think they wanted to, like... Well, we'll see. They attack with Goblin Shaman, which gives them the 5th mana here. I'll take 2. And then I Force of Will this one. If I Force of Will the other one, I still win, I think, but this is... Now they don't have this card in their hand. If I Force of Will Firebolt, they could flashback Firebolt here, and then they would have Pest Infestation in hand for next turn. And that's kind of gross. Because turns out Overlord's a good card. Oh, clean trophy. And by clean trophy, I mean every single match was an uphill battle the whole time. I think we lost every round 1 and then came back and crushed it. Oh, that was very stressful. But the deck performed. I mean, it was a good mix of proactive, a little bit of tempo, interaction. I think the deck wanted like one more good early play. I'm not sure about lose focus. It kind of sucked the whole time. I wish like a Thoughtseize would have been better most of the time. Although it did win us the game against Storm. So yeah, I kind of like this deck. The thing I'm interested in is, can you run Force of Will plus Lutri in like a mono red deck? Maybe. It's always there. See you next time.